want to talk about double standards.
Double standard that there is in Washington.
Russia is responsible for fueling this war.
Assad's war against his own people helped to fuel the rise of ISIL.
By standing up for our values around the world, that is the way that we will keep our own people safe.
How do you get away with such blatant double standards?
We occasionally have to twist the arms of countries that wouldn't do what we need them to do.
There you have it. Simple.
Your news live on RT International. With no end in sight for the war in Syria, pictures of total devastation can be seen all throughout the country. We can now show you the exclusive drone footage from the ancient city of Homs, which now lays in ruin. It's remained in a state of flux for years as government forces and opposition rebels fought for control. Homs came under the full control of the Syrian army in December. However, the region's main city is struggling to rebuild, as RT's Murad Gazdiev found out.
The old city of Homs, or what's left of it. Years of street fighting, bombardment and bombing have left Syria's third largest city a husk of its former self.
Until you see this with your own eyes, it's really very difficult to appreciate the true scope of it. Entire districts, cities demolished. You'll find views like this in Aleppo, in Daraa, here in Homs, in Damascus. And the question isn't where do you start, it's what do you start with?
Much of Homs is irreparable. It's easier to demolish everything and start again, says the governor.
The civil war started in Homs and so much of the city has been destroyed. Most of our main streets and squares are gone.
The Syrian government is now in control of almost all of the city, but rebuilding it will take billions and billions of dollars. There's a plan already in place, but backers are needed.
Of course we will need foreign help. The task is enormous. We will need machinery, tools, computers. Rebuilding alone would take a vast amount of time.
Still, that would be only a fraction of the war's total cost. Estimates put the price tag at between $200 and $300 billion, or 3 times the size of Syria's GDP before the civil war.
Of course, the other big problem is that there's not all that many people left to do the actual rebuilding. Hundreds of towns and villages like this one are entirely abandoned, the population having upped and left when the fighting started. And what have they got to come back home to? The ruins and rubble, all that's left of their former homes.
7 million Syrians are now displaced, a third of the population. Many have fled abroad.
All my house is bombing. Yes, all. Not school, not nothing. But can I want to go now to Germany because I need one life. One life.
Europe has money, has peace, has everything good for human. In Syria and the Middle East, there is nothing like that. Because we are in Syria, just if you stay in Syria, you will get killed.
Then
But for all their hopelessness, some want to go back.
Our village town is all destroyed in bombing. I don't know. I am going to Germany. Then war is closed. I come back in our country back.
Even if the war ends tomorrow, how many would actually return? Rebuilding Syria won't be easy, cheap, or quick.
We still have the Syrian people with their strength and intellect. We will try to convince those who left to come back and rebuild together.
But that's still in the future. The civil war rages on, and with every day, more of Syria looks like this. Morad Gazdiev, RT, from Homs, Syria.